A long time ago, the earth is divided into three realms: the heavens where the gods reside, smoke on the ground where humans live, and the underworld where the devil always suffers. The day of rebirth is coming. Give the devil a chance to appear on the physical plane. Tuong Jiang from the Heavenly Palace Army volunteered to guard Gu City, where the notorious Ghost King is located. At the same time, many monsters appear in the city and start attacking people, kill and send their souls to the underworld. The demons took the souls they had stolen and imprisoned them in the Dark Crystal, where its magic allows them to respawn and leave this bad place. Nevertheless, a person named Cui stole the crystal while the others didn't notice. But his strange behavior was quickly discovered by a demon god. The demon god took off his robe. It turned out that he was a thief. All the monsters immediately became angry and rushed towards him, forcing him to flee to save his life. A large demon chased after him closely and attacked him in time, but he was able to escape thanks to the help of General Tooth. He pulled him out. The demon god turned into a woman and hurriedly stopped, but could not catch up. The demon king was angry with his subordinates for losing such a precious item. He immediately turned to one of his most powerful subordinates. His name was Ice, and ordered her to retrieve the crystal at all costs. Return to the human world. They give the same medicine, saying it could help his wounds heal faster. He announces that they must prepare to fight the devil, because monsters will attack soon after losing their most precious treasure. He handed me a magic fan and poured his blood on it. Creating a transformation makes him a giant demon. Crab looked in the mirror and saw a reflection that made him fall down in fear. Zhang warned him that he should never transform in front of others, because they will definitely think you are evil. After seeing his monstrous appearance, Open begins to train according to the instructions of the teeth and gradually can transform at will. He pulled out a huge sword embedded deep in his spine and began to fight, but his movements were still too slow and did not hit any hits. Give him one more bottle of medicine. Promise that this medicine will help him recover faster. In the city of Gu, the people all bowed to Yang and watched as he threw a dark crystal to his spirit beast. Jiang promised the people that they were very close to victory, because they now own the dark crystal. 7 days later, on the night of rebirth, the souls taken by the devil will be returned to the people and their loved ones will be revived. He warns people to be wary of the devil, as they will surely attack the city to reclaim their treasure. Sometime later, many artists came to the city gate and wanted to enter to perform. The men were immediately fascinated by the girls, while their wives were not satisfied. Hugh came to inspect the carriages and was shocked to see a beautiful woman dressed in all white. He seemed to recognize the girl from the past, but she refuses and asks him to call her Bing Bing. Finally, he held her hand and said that she felt very strange, like someone he once knew. It turns out, Shui knew the woman beforehand, because her painting hangs in his bedroom, 5 in advance, while studying to become a scholar. He met her at his door and immediately fell in love with her, leading to him painting her portrait. She came back the next day, much to her surprise, when the Kuitor took her hand. Since then, the two quickly fell in love. It doesn't take time to start an intimate relationship. Bing Bing wanted to know if a person could love a demon or not, but I don't understand anything, without knowing that his lover was actually from the underworld. She left that night in tears, after realizing that Cui doesn't seem to accept her. Back to the present. The artist began the performance when all the people gathered inside the huge tent, being mesmerized by the beauty of the dancers. Nevertheless, Guang, the demon god Orchid, noticed that everyone was present except Shui and immediately notified his sister. Bing Bing left a letter in front of Kuei's door. Ask him to meet with her so she can distract him from her plans. When he opened up to her room, he was quickly attracted by her beauty, because he missed her very much during the 5 months she was absent. The two began to hug each other and prepare for intimate acts. But when he noticed something behind him and quickly lit the ice moon, he immediately ran to the temple, where the spirit beast was guarding the crystal. Tail removed the crystal from the box. Predict that the devil will try to steal it tonight. Just as he had predicted, a giant demon appears and the fierce battle begins. Ice has also turned into a demon and searched for the crystal in the building. She quickly saw the whip in the form of a demon guarding and attacked him from behind, push him through the rooms. Ice attacked by throwing pieces of ice in a bat, forcing him to dodge immediately and not get a shot. She continued to shoot at him and eventually push him against the wall. Freeze him, transformed into a god, and arrived at the box. However, she did not know that the box was empty. Spinning slowly melts the ice and begins to accumulate a huge amount of energy before releasing it into a shockwave, forcing Bing Bing to retreat. At the same time, the spirit beast spewed fire from the beauty, forced the giant demon to flee, and ended up trapped under a stone pillar. The spirit beast rushed towards the enemy and bit the monster's neck. Kill in a pinch. The demon god brought the box back to its owner. He had been waiting for her return, but when the box was opened, only a piece of stone remained. Realize that you have been deceived. The demon king became angry and transformed into his true form. Meanwhile, Koidu crystal for his master. He congratulated everyone for winning the battle again. He took the artists out and tied them to the pole, forcing them to appear in their original form, which turned out to be low-level demons. The people started killing the monsters and sending their souls back to the crystal. Bing Bang became angry when he witnessed it and began to transform, trying to kill Jiang to avenge the death of his fellow human. Tuong Jiang quickly overwhelmed her and forced her to return to her human form in front of him. Vui was extremely shocked and ordered his students to finish it off, but unexpectedly. Chui refused and knelt down before him, begging to spare his lover's life. Seeing that his students are protecting the enemy, Jiang attacked the demon, but turned around and jumped in to protect the girl. Everyone's attention quickly shifted to when the Demon King himself came with a monster army. The soldiers began to sell arrows in bulk to the enemy, but the number of monsters is too large, and the devil easily enters the city when he breaks the main gate. The spirit beast rushed out and tried to attack the Demon King, but this creature quickly defeated and threw the spirit beast against the wall. The demon continued towards the city center and was stopped by General Jiang and her. Dang tries to attack enemies with rays of light, but to no avail. The Demon King transformed into his true form again. Jiang took advantage of this opportunity and quickly stabbed Ui in the chest, forcing him to transform to fight for survival. The Demon King chased the whip to the roof as the bat races against the clock to avoid attacks. The Demon King jumped up and attacked him through the buildings, but the foundation promptly bites off one of the Demon King's heads and breaks the grip. I ran towards the lake and jumped into the water to take advantage, lured the Demon King into another environment. The Demon King also jumped into the water. This allows the attack to spin from behind and throw against the wall. The Demon King became angry and slammed to the ground. Creates a massive shockwave that swallows the puck as he tries to escape. Instead of killing Firewood, the Demon King tried to pull him to the surface of the water, but he woke up and attacked the Demon King by cutting off his arm. He pulled the Demon King to the surface of the water and threw it towards the city, make the Demon King crash into buildings. The Demon King recovered quickly after the fall and roared angrily when sending to the location. Suddenly, the Demon King left in peace without fighting anymore. Jiang was very angry because Chui did not obey and be kind to the enemy. Planned to kill Ice immediately. He went to prison, where the girl is being tortured constantly by demon seals. After a moment's hesitation, he cut off the chains and promised to protect her from now on. When they arrive at a house to hide from the soldiers, the Q begins to lose control as the transformation begins. He laughed madly and attacked her, pushing her to the ground. But he was quickly stopped by the demon god at the order of the Demon King. She gives him a tooth-like medicine and explains that its purpose is to soothe his thirst for revenge. Chui should have died long ago in his final exam to become a scholar. The teacher accepted the bribe and chose not to let the bribe pass to make room for the bribers. He was falsely accused of cheating and was taken away to be sentenced to death. Leave your soul 0 yen. He took medicine to regain control of his body and plans to go to hell to learn the truth from the Demon King. The two went to hell and saw many demons surrounding them, and the Demon King finally appeared. But the king said that he was just a soul who wanted revenge. Revived roasted to retrieve the black crystal from the demon's hand. Q did not accept this and attacked very quickly, but repelled by magic, causing a large explosion, finally revealing the true human form of the Demon King. The Demon King explained that he had been turned into a demon because of his teeth, because only demons can enter this realm. It was Jiang who told the Demon King to attack the city to collect more souls to help revive the demons. This has scared the population, and as a result, they treated the tooth as a savior without a doubt. In fact, Jiang wanted his own black crystal, to be able to suck the souls of all demons and humans on the night of rebirth, giving him superior strength. Wang believes that only she can save the realms and restore order because he was created by Zhang's own power. But the king drained all his energy and passed it on to Chui so that he could save all the demons from being destroyed. The next day, Tail enters the city and tries to warn everyone. However, no one believed what he said, especially after he protects Bing Bing and helps her escape. Suddenly Jiang appeared, and everyone began to honor their day. But she moves forward in anger and blames Jiang for the evil deeds. I'm using magic to try to force me to transform. While all the people began to throw stones at him because they believed that he was the real enemy. The actions of the people made Gue lose control and transform into a demon. Make everyone around you afraid. The soldiers began to shoot arrows at him. It made him in sharp pain and could not escape. Fortunately, Bing Bing arrived in time and summons an ice storm to obscure the view. At the same time, he was out of danger. She was very angry at being seen as a traitor and screamed in anger, causing a large explosion in the lake. He runs hopelessly and refuses to face the truth. But Bing Bing chased after him and finally calmed him back into his arms. She told him not to feel ashamed because he did everything right. But I don't think it makes any sense that they will all be killed by the black crystal. The two people hugged each other tightly, and Chui finally fainted from exhaustion. When he woke up that night, he found that Bing Bing had left. Perhaps it was to stop Jiang. At the same time, Jiang liberated the black to the city, and the souls of the people were sucked in one by one in the sky. Nevertheless, his ritual was interrupted by Ice when she came to stop him. She mocked her teeth for being a false god and began to attack him violently with her ice powers. But Jiang quickly counterattacked and resisted the best moves. Ice transformed into a demon and rushed towards Jiang as he tried to stop her with his magic. She successfully threw the crystal into the air and rushed forward, trying to grab the stone. Yang flew quickly into the sky and used magic to imprison her before she could touch the crystal. Han summons thunder from the sky and directs it towards Ice, strikes her with terrible force and paralyzes her in midair. At the same time, Kai came to break the gate and saw that the surroundings were in ruins. He jumped on the roof and saw Jiang detaining his lover. This caused him to fall into a state of anger, transformed violently and grabbed Jiang, smashed him around like a green giant, and kicked him into the air like a puppet. He rushed towards Jiang, hovered and attacked frantically, punching him through the buildings. As a result, Jiang quickly recovered and hit the guard with incredible speed. did not allow him to counterattack. Kai pulled the sword out of his back and slashed his teeth with great force, destroyed the shield, and split him in two. Jiang exploded at the last moment and don't, releasing the ice that was in captivity. She fell from the sky as the guard rushed in to take her, but she had been severely wounded from the previous war. Bing Bing told him that she would always love him and die in his arms. The tree screams in pain as she watches her lover disappear forever. The souls return to the people when they finally realize who their true savior is. Kai left emotionless, despite being praised by everyone. He returns the crystal to its proper place and restores the balance between the realms. The Emperor in heaven offered him a place in the heavenly palace, but Kai refused when he realized that the gods were only hypocrites. He eventually jumps into hell and transforms into his true form, finally accepting the identity of a demon. The movie ends here. If you liked this video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the latest videos.